Hi there guys, welcome back to BoxPred and thank you for joining me. So let's take a look at the WBC World Bantamweight title fight that's happening this weekend between the champion Nonito Donaire and his challenger Reymart Gaballo. Donaire is 41 wins, 6 losses, with 27 stoppages to his name, an orthodox fighter. Reymart Gaballo is 24-0 unbeaten, with 20 stoppages to his name, also listed as an orthodox fighter. So instantly we can see that Gaballo has a pretty impressive KO ratio of around 80%. All of his stoppages in his career have come in the first half of the fight. But what I will say is I think this is primarily down to a lower level of opposition. The majority of the guys he stopped, a lot of their losses have been by stoppage, which suggests that they're not up to much. And it seems to me that when Gaballo has stepped up against Stefan Young in 2018, he was taking the unanimous decision over 12 rounds. And then his next 12-round fight was his last fight last year against Emmanuel Rodriguez, where he won a split decision. So when he's slightly stepped it up, I feel like he's been taken the distance, and his power maybe has not transferred up a level. Because we do see that sometimes guys build up a resume of stopping people who are on a lower tier, lower level, who aren't able to defend so well. But then when they step up to world level, or contender level, with guys who can really box, they struggle. Their power struggles to transfer and relate. Because power, it's about how you're allowed to set that power up. Some guys' power is through their boxing skill. It's through their openings that they find. It's their timing. It's all the variables and these things that are thrown together. So when they step up a level against guys who can box a bit, who can defend well, and who can throw them off their timing, who can move around to stop them being able to plant their feet properly, to throw their shots, that's when they tend to struggle. And I think Gaballo, I'm not saying definitely he's one of those, I think he still has power there, and he can cause a danger for Donaire in this fight. But I think when he steps up, he could be one of these guys who struggles to find the power against the higher level of opposition. And Nonito Donaire, we all know him, we know what he's about. He's in his late 30s, I think. He's still going strong. He's been in there with the best. He's been there and done it, bought the t-shirt. And Donaire has a history of stopping people. He also has a history of power, particularly with his left hand, which is lethal. I have felt like in the past Donaire has fallen in love with that left hand at times, and he's come unstuck with it. But he needs to just maintain that all-round game of his. I think that Donaire will be the sharper of the two in this fight. I think he's a bit quicker, he's got better footwork. I think he'll be able to go in and out on Gaballo. I think that will actually be a good tactic if he can sort of jump inside as sort of a heavy feint to draw the attack from Gaballo and then step back out of range and land some counters. I think that will work well for Donaire. Also, I've always liked Donaire as a counterpuncher. I've always felt that in exchanges he's very calculated. I feel like that lead left hand is such an excellent weapon. It's quite rare to see a guy with a power hand be in his lead hand. It's such a difficult thing to deal with because it's so much closer to the opponent. You can get there so much quicker with the shot. And I think that shot's going to be a real issue for Gaballo in this fight. I'm expecting Gaballo to have maybe looked at that punch and how to defend against it, but I think he's going to find it difficult in this fight. We know that Donaire had an excellent fight against Inoue, and it went 12 rounds, and it was a really good fight. In his last fight out against Ubali, he stopped him in the 4th round, and again he was catching Ubali with that left hand. In his last fight against Rodriguez, I thought that Reymart Gaballo got caught with some left hands from Rodriguez, so that was kind of a red flag for me. I think Gaballo, if he gets some success with his punches, if he gets close to Donaire, he could have some success and he could make it competitive. But I think ultimately Donaire is going to get to him with that left hand, and I think with quicker, sharper shots. So I'm expecting Donaire to win the fight, but I'm actually going to go for Nonito Donaire to stop this fight in the 6th round. I think he defends his title successfully. So let me know what you guys think, and until next time, this is BoxPred. I am out.